Hello, I'm sitting in the park. I've got a microphone. What an upgrade, right? Looks cute holding it like this. So I got an Instagram DM responding to a story I posted of me painting in a cafe in like this bistro. And the DM was like, social anxiety fears her. I was like, what? Like, there's nothing to be anxious about. Like, should I be anxious? Like, I love painting in public, so I want to talk about how amazing and cool it is and convince you of the same today. So I just came to sit in this park and have some lunch and like have a chill. I got like this banh mi. It's like this crispy pork belly banh mi that won like awards. Was on this list of like the best banh mi's in the city. I am such a big fan of banh mi, so I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I have to. So I went there just this morning. Oh my gosh, the crispy pork belly was there. They just cooked it this morning. And I was like, oh. And they're like, yeah, we made it this morning. Ooh, today?
Yeah, today. Yeah.
Ooh. This is it. Can you see it? Anyway, I have to try it. It's extremely delicious. Really look. So yum. Anyway, let's talk about painting in public. So I started painting in public to get more out of two things that I really love in my life. And that is food and art. So initially, when I started doing this, it was sort of like a two birds, one stone kind of thing. Like when I have nice food in front of me and I'm feeling creative, it just makes me feel fulfilled and like great. Personally, I love like the ambiance of like a chill cafe or like a bistro, and it just puts me like in a good mindset when I'm creating. Like, don't get me wrong, like I love working at home and stuff, but like it's just a good change of scene and it just refreshes my mind and gives me like extra inspiration if I like get out of the house or get out of like an office and go and paint somewhere else, you know? Yeah, I was like initially I was inspired by like other artists on Instagram, drawing on their iPads and like these like trendy, like dimly lit like restaurants or like sitting in a bar with like a sketchbook doing portraits of like the kitchen staff. Like that's so cool. Like the freedom to go anywhere and the confidence to bring like what they do to the outside world. It's just like so like something really genuine and like aspirational to me. So if you're feeling stagnant or uninspired, try painting outside of your like normal environment. That's what I recommend. But where to go, right? I'm like looking at my phone because I wrote notes and stuff. You can go like anywhere, basically anywhere that you're allowed. Like today, I'm in a park, but normally I paint in places with food that I want to eat. Like I like places that have like good food and good looking like surroundings. Just anywhere where I can feel like relaxed and eat something nice. Like I like to look on like Google Maps and see like what the vibe is going from like the photos. And I like places with a lot of seating. Yeah, so that I have a good chance of finding like a spot to sit if it gets busy. And no offense, but I like places that are like not geared towards families just because like I like more of a quiet atmosphere. Like I'm sorry, but that's just me. But you can go anywhere, you know, coffee shops, parks, libraries, the beach. I've never painted the beach, but I so would. You just need some shade if you're using like a tablet or something because the glare is like the worst, you know? Um, or even some like art galleries as well. If you're stuck, I recommend looking up best cafes to work in your city. And then like at least you'll know you won't be the only person there who's got a laptop or like doing writing there. And if you need inspo, that's what I recommend you doing. Just Googling the best places to work. And I know what some of you are going to say, like, but I'm a digital artist. I use a Cintiq and all these other tools at home and I can't do art in a cafe. Well, You know, why not try doing something art related rather than creating the art itself? But what about doing your reference gathering, or like make your mood board like in the cafe? You know what I mean? Um, Maybe like do your thumbnails, or like blocking out your paintings traditionally like in a sketchbook, and then like transferring it to your PC when you get home. Like think of a way to like integrate your process in like a public setting, because like I know I can spend like the length of time it takes me to eat lunch or have a coffee. You know, I could easily burn away that time just doing like reference gathering. If you're wondering what I use, is I use one of these, a Surface Pro 8. It's a tablet PC with like a stylus, so you can take it all over the place. The battery life is really good. Um, and I can use Photoshop for like a good couple of hours out and about. So I really love it. If I didn't have portable device, I would just bring out a sketchbook. You know what I mean? Don't let the tools hold you back from taking your process outside. You know what I mean? But I think like the main concern about doing art in public for people, and probably why you're here, is but I'm self-conscious. I'm too anxious to draw in public. Now, I get where people are coming from here. Like I used to be one of those people that would like cover my paper, or like alt tab like out of my program when people like when someone was walking past me, or like looking at my drawings, because I was like shy, you know. I wasn't entirely confident. I wanted to show my work to anyone, but like if you want to confidently draw in public, like you can overcome this, all right? The key the key is to fake it until you make it. You know, once you've convinced yourself that you belong somewhere and your art belongs somewhere, you'll never feel anxious again. Trust and believe. Now, what do I mean by faking it, right? You need to enter the space that you want to exist in with the appearance of someone that belongs there. Now, if you lack self confidence, or like you generally have like low self esteem, like this could be tricky, but you can overcome this as well. So, the first step, if you're totally unsure about painting in a place that you've never been, I recommend going there casually at first. If it's like a coffee shop, grab a takeaway drink or something and just scope it out. Um, get familiar. So you'll know where you might like to sit. If you're bringing a device, you can see where like the plugs are, like the power points are. You can see if it's hard to find a free table. Um, you know, you can see how busy it is, things like that. The next step, I think, and this is like crucial, is to feel your best. Okay, look good, feel good. You know, okay, like do your hair, put on an outfit you feel that you look good in and that you feel good wearing. Wear some perfume if that's your thing. When you feel good about how you look, like you naturally straighten up, you move confidently without having to force yourself. Like it's a simple mental hack. You know what I mean? Next, understand that drawing in public is interesting. Okay, it's cool. If you've ever seen someone drawing in public, like what are you thinking? You know, you want to know what they're drawing, and part of you is like thinks, wow, like I wonder what their story is. Like that's so cool. Like I was sitting in the airport earlier this year waiting for boarding, and there was this girl sketching in a sketchbook, and she was like glancing at these two girls like as she was sketching every few seconds. So I could tell that she was sketching those girls that she was looking at. And I just thought, like, that's so cool, you know, like this girl is about to go overseas, like me. And when she looks back through her sketchbook, she'll be reminded of that trip that she's about to go on. And that's like so cool. I always think this when I paint in public, like, so I don't feel cringe, I don't feel awkward or anxious. Like everyone's looking at me and they think I'm the coolest person like in the room. You know what I mean? They all want to ask me what I'm drawing. Okay, mindset change. Be arrogant if you have to. When I go out to draw, like I put on something cute, I flip open my surface and I say hi and I smile to the staff because I'm happy, you know, to bask in the ambiance of the space and be creative. And you know, I've only ever had nice reactions. Normally people don't say anything, but if they do, it's always curiosity or, wow, did you draw that? Or that's so cool. Who is it? And I'm like, yes, like, do you want to talk about Street Fighter? Let's talk about Juri Han today, because that's what I'm drawing. Like, one time I went to a very nice restaurant to do some work, and it was full of diners, and I was the only one in there with a laptop. And as I was leaving, the front of house asked me, what do you do, if I might ask? And I was like, well, you need to be convinced that drawing is what you were meant to do, and in public is where you were meant to do it. And everyone around you, if they notice and care about what you're doing, they think it's interesting and cool and not cringe. You need to be convinced of that yourself. So, every time you do it, you'll convince yourself more of this. It's like exposure therapy almost. Like, once you get on my level, no one can convince you that what you're doing is weird. Like I'm at a point where a group of teenage bullies, okay, could point at me and laugh and start whispering and making fun of me. And I just could not feel embarrassed over it, because I know how cool it is. And that's how we all should feel. Like, I'll sit in a cafe at the bar that faces the window, so my back is to the rest of the room. Like, I feel that self-assured and, confident about what I love, and I won't feel embarrassed about it. Changing your work surrounds also does a lot of good for your your mental health. We spend the majority of our lives sleeping and working. That's years of being in the same place, like, daily. So vary it up, be bold about your creative expression and keep doing it until you've convinced yourself that your work belongs in the world. So those are my thoughts. Those are my ramblings. I'm going to chill here. I'm going to paint. And I'm going to eat the rest of my banh mi, which is so yummy. It's really good. The pork belly is really good. I also got Portuguese tart. Do you know what that is? It's like an egg tart. You know this thing? They warmed it for me, but it's fully gone cold. Okay then. It's also from the same place. Mug and Bowl, Kingsland, guys. Take the first flight to Auckland, New Zealand, and come and get a delicious banh mi. It's a really good egg tart. Really good. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know why you don't paint in public, if you don't. And if you do, let me know why you love it so much. It's awesome. And let me know if this has convinced you to give it a try or inspired you to give it a try, because you should do it. Get out of the house. You only live once. When are you going to do it? Don't spend the entirety of your life just sitting indoors painting. You can if you want to, but there's plenty of time to do that. You have the rest of your life to do it at home. Get outside. Unlock some creativity and feel confident about what you do. That's all I have to say today. I'm going to enjoy the good weather. Thank you so much for watching.